Nitahakikisha kwamba Kenya is one indivisible country. This is why we want us to move from the mountain to the lake next week. And let us see ni nani anaweza kutuzuia. Because that is what this country is. And we will celebrate our culture. Secondly, it has been said that when you sit pretty and complain about bad laws, bad legislation, it is because those of you decide to sit in the comfort of your living rooms, or sit munaenda koroga, as ndugu Rigiji said, munaenda Ruiru kukoroga. Now, 8 million of us could not brave the morning chill on the what date was it? On the 9th of August, 2022. And the result of it was election of a government that has now come out to be seen worldwide as a thieving administration, a corrupt administration. The number one corrupt leader in the world is now, because the reigning champion was Assad of Syria, and he was overthrown and fled to Moscow. The number two most corrupt leader is a Kenyan president. Is that the kind of reputation as learned friends that we want to have in our country? Therefore, we must get up. We are coming here tunataka tu ndio nikamilishe tufanye mugithi. The time for doing something is now. The late Professor Wangari Maathai, you remember that Kenyan icon, from the mountain. She was my deputy minister when I was a minister for the environment. And she gave the example of the hummingbird. Asema the hummingbird aliona mlima unachomeka kama Mount Kenya. And then the big animals, the lions, the elephants, they could do nothing. But the hummingbird started with a little wings, anaenda anachota maji, anakuja kujaribu kuzima hiyo mto. And then the big animals asked the little bird, what in the world are you trying to do? And the hummingbird said, at least I'm trying to do something. Now, lawyers, members of the bar, please, in our own little way, we cannot have a country go down the drain while we call ourselves professionals. And so, I want to ask that election time, an election is not an event, it is a process. And the process of the next election, you know what happened with the selection of William Ruto led IBC. I remember that my friend Raila, may God rest his soul in peace, had agreed that they would produce Professor, I forget the name now, the professor who is a member of IBC Selection Commission, and then Koki Mulu was supposed to be in that. They wakachenga. Now we have a commission because you are sitting pretty. Now as we move on, I want to ask that all of you, living the spirit of the young Kenyans who have been abducted, put in those boots, charged under POTA, Prevention of Terrorism Act, where Mukunji and others were. And we went there with Gacheri and others and tried to do something. And we said no to that kind of administration of law in our country. Therefore, I want to urge that now prepare that the 55,000 polling stations in this country will be manned by, among others, lawyers, and particularly the young ones. In addition to going for those elected positions, tafadhalini, in addition for going for those elected positions, do also determine to make sure there will be no rigging, regardless of the fact that we have a Ruto-led IEBC. Senior Counsel Deritu and my other friends, and I saw Eric, our former president here, I think he's been mentioned of. We really have work to do in mentoring the young lawyers to take up their position. So as you look at the polling stations, also make sure that you come out to vote. Because 8 million of you did not vote. The middle class, as my brother said. And that 8 million people, I think today are the ones who are suffering most over taxation by this regime, doing illegitimate things. We know we have said Executive Order number 1, do away with housing levy tax. We've said that. You're even sitting here, sitting idle, you're seeing William Ruto convert all freehold land to leasehold land. What does that mean? In the villages, what will happen to even community land and other lands? So I don't want to really spoil your evening. I thought I just wanted to come celebrate this evening, tell you that you have all of us. Whenever there's an issue, remember the little girl Rose Jerry, who did public participation with regard to the Finance Act last year, was it 2024, 2025? And she was arrested and put in there and messed up.